LDBC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Boxing and MMA Show Live. And this is a message for you, Elizabeth Phillips. The coach is talking to you. The coach is talking to you right now, and that's just the way that is. You know, Elizabeth, I know after your fight, you felt, you just felt some kind of way. I know you felt dejected. I know you felt like that people in the media, I know you felt like they turned their back on you. I know you felt like the UFC, they turned their back on you. I know you feel like so many people have turned their back on you. And I'm going to tell you something right now, Elizabeth. And the coach been reaching out. The coach been telling you. Keep your head up. Keep your head up because of Elizabeth. Because setbacks are normal. I know you got all kind of vultures, and I know you got all kind of demons. They just looking at any little thing to try to get up under your skin. To sit back and try to tell you. But Elizabeth, the fact of the matter is, these people can't accept the fact that you're confident. They can't accept the fact. They can say what they want to say, but they can't accept the fact that you're confident and you have a conviction. And your conviction is fighting. I don't care, Elizabeth, if you lose 100 times. Because I know in some situation in the UFC, I know that you are unfairly judged. And I know that two of your defeats, we know that they were clear robberies. We know they were. You and I, we talked about it. I even told you how I even sat back and watched the fights. And you even watched the fight. You even went back and watched the fight. And Elizabeth, we both came to the same conclusion. I know things happen, Elizabeth. And in this life, nobody really said that living life is really easy. And my friend, you've had a tough life. You've had a tough life. From the time, you was 12 years old, your life has been a tough life. And it has been one survival mode after another one, Elizabeth. You've been in survival mode for so long in your life. That's all you know how to do. You know how to survive. And you know how to continue to come out on top. I know you feel dejected. I know you just feel like that nothing seems to be working. I know you feel that way. And I know that you've got the great career, with the fire department, and you got that. And it was a high point in your career, and you were happy about that. But then there's the other side of you, Elizabeth, that you got this void in your heart, this MMA void. And even before you decide to leave the sport, you've got this void that in your mind you gotta fulfill. That in your mind you gotta fulfill. And I know people telling you that you need to leave the game. Forget those people, because those people ain't never tried to do nothing great in their life. The only thing that these people know how to do is they know how to criticize people. They know how to criticize people, and that's just how it is. Forget about these people. See, people are going to say things. They're going to say things. They're going to continue to say things. But see, the fact of the matter is, you prove that you can hang in there with the best. You prove that you can go with the best. You've proved that. You proved it time and time again. But see, setbacks happen. You see, you got the person that sit at home and they criticize. You got the person that sit at home and they ain't never done anything outside of their life, Elizabeth. The only thing that they done into their life is type on a keyboard. And that's just it. See, these people ain't getting up every day training. These people ain't getting up at odd hours in the morning training. These people not running 5 miles a day of road work. These people ain't going in there sparring and taking hits. These people ain't going in there for 6 hours a day. They not doing that. Because most of them are not even physically fit to do it. Most of them are too fat to do anything. Most of them, they just sit around and stuff their faces, Elizabeth, because see, they don't have a drive. They don't even have 10% of the drive that you have in your body. They don't have a drive, Elizabeth. And that's why people are talking about you. And that's why you're being talked about. That's why you've been on TV. You ask these people, how many times have they been televised? See, you got to start thinking, and you got to ask yourself, all of your critics, how many times have your critics been on national TV, whether good or bad? You've been on TV. You've been on national TV several times. And whether these people like it or don't like it, Elizabeth, you ain't gonna never get a fair shake. You never gonna get a fair shake. The fair shake that you get is the one that you create for yourself. And that's what you've been doing your whole life. You've been creating your opportunities. You've been creating every last one of them. Don't let this MMA thing be a void in your life. Just get back up. Somebody hit you hard in sparring, you get back up. Somebody say a negative comment about you, you get back up. Somebody say to Elizabeth, you can't do it, you get back up. Somebody in your family, they negative towards you and they want to talk about your fighting career at a family gathering, you get back up. And you stand up and you step back in there again, and you look straight ahead, and you look at what you want. Because Elizabeth, you never too old. My friends, you just turned 30. You're only 30 years old. And Elizabeth, you're young. Don't worry about what these naysayers are saying. Don't worry about them, because they've never accomplished anything in life. That's why they sit back and they criticize and they ridicule and they judge you. That's why they do it. And I say to you today, you put your full armor on. You put your armor on. And you put that suit on. And you wear that suit. And every single arrow that comes at you, that armor's gonna protect you. And every single time you have a negative thought, you better look up and you better know that there's somebody up there that's watching out over you. And I don't care what you do, because they kept you alive when you was a teenager and you was doing things. They kept you alive when you were in dangerous situations as a teenager. Hey, he kept you alive. Because Elizabeth, you got a testimony to anybody. For anybody that say that anything is impossible, you made the impossible possible. Because you had so many teachers in your career, teachers teaching you in the classroom, telling you that you will never amount to anything. You had educators telling you that you would never amount to anything. But then, Elizabeth, you proved all these people wrong. You proved them wrong. You proved them wrong time and time again. And Elizabeth, this is just one more thing that you are just going to prove people wrong over and over and over again. Every single teacher, every single person that said that because you got in trouble, because you had issues, situations going on that no person can even fathom to even think to want to think about. You had stuff that, things you wouldn't even share on camera. Things you wouldn't even share on camera. You had stuff going on that caused you to kind of do some of the stuff that you did. But you've accounted for every single thing that you've ever done. And now you're a success story. And that is just the way that is. Stand back up, Elizabeth. Stand back up. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.